Well, it's time now for business, and let's begin by taking a look at the markets as ever. We're starting in the United States. Wall Street losing its earlier gains, just the Dow Jones closing slightly higher. Tech stocks, meanwhile, dragging downwards. The Nasdaq, as you can see there, ending over 1% down. Now, as for Asia, markets opening, as you can see, they're all in the red, all indices down. The Hong Kong Hang Seng down 1.6%, the Kospi in Seoul down 1.36%. After 6 months of all manner of special occasions being put off or cancelled, luxury food shops are feeling the pinch. Fauchon, here in France, is one such outlet. For decades, it's been a symbol of the best of French gastronomy, but now it's in such difficulty, it's having to close 2 of its 3 flagship sites in central Paris. Peter O'Brien has the details.
Proudly representing the finest of French sweet and savoury treats, Fauchon has been on the Place de la Madeleine in Paris for over 130 years. Now, 2 of its flagship shops there will close, and for the occasional customer that still trickles in, it's a great shame.
Si Fauchon ferme, c'est la fin de tout. C'est la fin de bon monde, bonne nourriture et tout.
C'est triste de voir une maison comme la maison Fauchon partir peut-être.
77 of its 107 employees on the Place de la Madeleine will be laid off. This staff member saw it coming. He's worked here for 9 years, the last 2 of which have been very slow.
Entre les gilets jaunes, avec les manifestations qui souvent ici nous bloquaient, on a vu que nos chiffres baissaient. Et après le coronavirus, c'est juste un événement qui nous a un peu plus mis KO.
After its central Paris locations lost 7 million euros of turnover in a year, management is prioritising Fauchon's smaller addresses, which have lower rents, and its global brand.
2 axes stratégiques de développement qui sont la digitalisation et le développement sous franchise, licence et partenariat, comme d'ailleurs 73 boutiques que nous avons aujourd'hui dans le monde.
Fauchon has 30 shops in Japan and 15 in the Middle East, so it's much more likely to survive than many smaller luxury grocers, even if foreign visitors still haven't returned to the French capital in great number.
It's been 6 months since the French government brought in its state-sponsored furlough scheme. At the height of the lockdown, 9 million people were part of the programme, but today it's 2.4 million. The government suggested that people take advantage of the scheme to get employment retraining, with the state footing the whole bill. So, who took advantage and what exactly did they do with it? Luc Schrago takes a look.
From empty offices to full-time work, at least for some in France. The government's still paying for over 2 million people on furlough, but some of those who've gone back to work took advantage of a programme for job retraining, like Aminata, who brushed up her English with her firm developing internationally.
Je suis obligée d'avoir aujourd'hui un niveau qui me permette de tenir une conversation, d'écrire des mails ou des synthèses qui soient lisibles d'un anglophone ou de quelqu'un qui ne parle pas forcément français.
20% of this firm's staff signed up for training, for which the French state footed the entire bill, for those who fell under its part-time working deal.
On avait un plan de formation ambitieux. Et au final, c'est le type de budget qui est un peu mis à mal quand il y a une incertitude d'un point de vue financier. Et du coup, ça nous a beaucoup aidé d'avoir la possibilité de continuer à former des collaborateurs pendant cette période.
Over 3 months, 170,000 people received some kind of training. Among the most popular, languages, IT, accounting and management skills. A windfall for firms specialising in training.
Nous avons pu limiter les pertes sur l'année grâce à ce dispositif. Nous avons eu à peu près 100 de demandes qui nous a permis de continuer à travailler à peu près normalement.
The government programme for those on reduced hours is still running. But from the beginning of November, it'll begin passing 20% of the cost of training back to firms.